Welcome to another episode of Dolls of the Week. Now this week we're going to talk about a Barbie doll, and we'll start with her, but also we're going to talk about some other dolls that are not Barbie. Some made by Mattel, some not made by Mattel. So first of all, I wanted to share with you guys a Barbie that I recently got from a guy on one of the doll websites who was downsizing his collection, and this was a really good deal, by the way, but it's a beautiful doll, and here it is. I'm going to try to show you as much detail as possible because there's a lot. So this is Illusion Barbie from the Masquerade collection, and it's from 1997 from what I've been able to find. This did not come with the box. I don't have the box. It's got a very large cape that you see here, and it's like a black velvet, and it's lined with the whoops, wrong one. It's lined with red, as you see here. It's just a stunning doll, I think. And you see this, it's got dark hair, curly dark hair, and also the black and white feather headdress that you see here. Very cool jewelry, and this elaborate top part of this outfit or gown, including this bow here with some jewels in it. She's got these wonderful black gloves and this little rhinestone-like bracelet that you see. And just, I think it's just overall a stunning doll and really a great addition to my collection. So I wanted to share this with you, and I don't know, maybe some of you have this doll, and if so, obviously you like her too. Now she also comes with, or came with in this case, this little, whoops, bouncing mask. The only thing I wish they had done is make this part sturdier. It's just plastic and it's not sturdy at all. But anyway, it's a nice part to her costume that she can put the mask on, especially if you hold it for her. And so, again, quite elaborate. I'm not sure who the designer of this doll is. I'd have to look that up. But whoever it is did a great job. And it's a wonderful addition for Mattel at that time. Especially, you know, the 90s were not my favorite decade at all for Barbie. I wasn't doing a lot of collecting, and I wasn't impressed with most of the dolls, but this is definitely an exception. So I wanted to share that with you. Now moving on from there, we're going to talk about some dolls that are not Barbie, as I said. And these are recent acquisitions, and some of them. We'll start with actually this one that isn't a recent acquisition, and I'm sure some of you have seen this doll before. Now this is not what I would call a stunning doll at all, but it's an okay doll. I got it because of course it's the Farrah Fawcett Mego doll from the 70s. It's got that big gangly body. I'm not sure, this is probably a 12-inch doll if I had to guess. So they were quite tall. I never thought this was a good likeness of Farrah Fawcett, not one bit. But again, it's a character doll, and I wanted it, so eventually I did get it. It's used. Her face is okay. I would just call it okay. The hair, not so much. Not that I was ever a huge fan of Farrah Fawcett's hair in real life, but it sure as hell looked better than this. Even if this was brand new, out of the box, I've never seen one that looked that great. So, but like I said, it is a neat doll to have. And you know, this is actually a dress, I believe, from the Cher doll. And speaking of which, I wanted to show you that these are both from the 70s when Mego was very popular. So this is a Cher doll from that time period. I have the original one, but this is one that I bought off eBay some years back as a one-of-a-kind type artist redone doll. Repainted, and I'd be curious to see what you guys think of this. Obviously I liked it, that's why I got it. Over the years I don't like it quite as much, but I do like it. I think the paint makes it look a little less like Cher, maybe. I don't know, but I would really like to know what you think about that. I do think it's a cool doll, and it was a pretty good deal, so I went ahead and got it. And like I said, I have the original as well. And this is counting the 2 of these that I have, this 70s doll, and the 3 newer Cher dolls that I have. So there's 5 Cher dolls, and obviously I'm a fan. And there's also a Linda Carter doll. I don't have that. I do have it, but I don't have it with me right now. That is in the same body shape and everything. So it's a good set for the 3 of them. Now, I mentioned a doll a couple weeks ago, I believe it was, and that's this one here. Obviously, this is an empty box, but the doll will be seen shortly. This was actually the Lois Lane doll from the Mattel Barbie Superman Returns set. So I have the Superman Returns doll himself, which is this guy, Brandon Routh, I think is his name, the actor. And so I have that one. I'm not showing that today, but this one I got to work on for a set, and I want to show you what she looks like. This is her, and in a little while I think you're going to see who this is supposed to represent for me. It's not Lois Lane. That's what I'm not using it for, Lois Lane. And you probably recognize this dress. This is a dress that BarbieCollector.com was recently selling last year, and I picked it up on clearance on BarbieCollector.com, and I thought it looked really good on her, so she is wearing it. Now, to go along with this doll, I also have this one, which I'm sure some of you have seen. This is the new Farrah Fawcett doll, and obviously she's sitting, and that's of course the one thing I don't like about this is that she can't stand. Not with this body, at least. She sits on a counter, and it's just rather awkward, but it's kind of like that. And this, I think, is a much better likeness, actually. The teeth could have used some help, like a line in the middle to make it look like 2 rows of teeth instead of just 1. But I think she looks pretty good. I think they did a good job on her hair. And, you know, she's showing off the hair and the smile as Farrah did. And, of course, this is from the very, very popular poster she did. She might not have been showing quite as much cleavage as this one does. But that's, of course, where this comes from. And I still have the box that has the replica blanket she was on as well in that pose. So this is the Farrah Fawcett or Jill Monroe type doll. And to go with those 2, so I think you're sensing a theme here of Charlie's Angels. Good detective work if you did. Here is the Cheryl Ladd doll that was made at that time. And Cheryl Ladd is not the best likeness, I don't think. But it's okay. It's an okay likeness. I do like the outfit, especially for the time. I'm glad they didn't just put them in white, green, yellow, and whatever the other color was, red, I think, jumpsuits. So this is the Cheryl Ladd doll from Mattel. This is from, I believe, 1977, so it's quite old. But this is new out of the box, recently out of the box. So that's her. And last but not least, the leader of the group, so to speak, is the Kate Jackson and Sabrina doll. So this is her. I think it's a decent likeness. I think the hair's okay. I've done a little bit of brushing it out to try to, it's actually longer than Kate's usually was in that series, but it still looks pretty good. And this is the 4th of the series. So that should tell you pretty much who this is supposed to represent. If you look at this doll closely, it really does resemble Jaclyn Smith a little, at least a little bit. And the real Jaclyn Smith doll that you can buy from Mattel goes anywhere from $200 to $300-$400 sometimes when you get it in the box on eBay or something like that. So it by far goes for more than the other 2 dolls, the Kate Jackson and the Cheryl Ladd. But yeah, when you put these together, I think it's a really good likeness. Let me get the 3 originals all together, and you can see you got Sabrina, Kelly, and Jill. So I think they did a good job. And I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Last but not least, I brought in one other doll that I wanted to show you, and this is definitely a character doll. This was in a series by Integrity Toys, and I know Integrity Toys has really come a long way and has a lot of fans, and they've done a lot of things since this, but this is from 2005, and it is the, let's see if I got this right, RuPaul. One of the RuPaul dolls. So this is the supermodel of the world style. And I'm going to open this up. Of course, I don't have one out of the box. This is the only one I have. I think it was a good likeness, a really good likeness. This outfit was good to match the one that was part of this video. But, of course, at this point, it's a little dated looking. The hair is rather severe. But, again, this is what it looked like in that video, if I recall. On the back, they have a really good picture of RuPaul, him/herself, and it is by Jason Wu, who is a famous designer at this point. I'm not sure how famous he was back then or how well known, but he certainly is now. And then I really like this. I've shown this to people. 99% plastic, 1% woman, which is exactly true for this doll. So anyway, this is the RuPaul doll. It was part of a set. There were at least 4 others, and some of them, believe me, I would have liked to have had, but they were quite expensive, or got quite expensive. I don't think I knew about them when they first came out, but I found out about them later. So anyway, this is a great doll, and very different from, of course, any of the other ones that I have. And it's from 2005, if I didn't say that. So with that, we're going to wrap up today's episode of Dolls of the World, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy.